Platinum X here again in Night City with Phantom yeah, Cyberpunk. And I'm at the end of the game. I've done everything except for the final mission. And I'm still haven't finished Carrie Aerodyne's storyline. So I'm kind of having to wait for a phone call. There it is. Autojock just unlocked. That's why I started this video. Autojock is for buying all vehicles, purchasing all available vehicles. But the one thing I want to point out here is there's clearly some other vehicles that have been added since the Phantom Liberty DLC, or maybe even before that. Maybe they just added, because I just unlocked the trophy and you can clearly see I have not purchased these two cars yet. They fall into this other category. Oh, that showed I spent 1,067,670,000. So again, this other category is not necessary. I did not have to buy these cars. And then also, there are some other cars that are not unlocked. Like, I'm not sure why this isn't unlocked. Considering, like I said, I'm at the end of the game. Why isn't this unlocked? How do you unlock it? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But considering I just got the trophy, I really don't care. Because considering this is a single player game and not online like for instance Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, it's a multiplayer game and you can customize your vehicle. So it's kind of cool showing off your vehicle to everybody else in the community. This is a single player game though, and you can't customize these vehicles. So why are there so many available? It's kind of it's kind of ridiculous. Like, there are so many free cars in the game. Like, I haven't bought a single car until walking up to this terminal just now to start buying all these cars specifically for this video. So as you can see here, still a couple. I counted 7 cars before I started purchasing. There was one there. 2 there, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. And that doesn't even count. Oh, and I didn't even buy all these bikes either. So these bikes weren't even locked. And I still, like, I think on the second bike that I purchased is when the trophy unlocked. So again, all these bikes, the 7 cars that aren't even unlocked, and these other 2 vehicles aren't required. So I basically just started at the top and then just started buying all the cars available that were unlocked. And I kind of had a feeling that cars had been added to the game since Phantom Liberty came out, or just since I played the game a couple years back when I first got my Platinum Trophy on my main profile. So that's why I kind of went ahead and just started buying them. And sure enough, as I predicted, the trophy unlocks without buying everything here, because these terminals all over the place. I mean, if you look at the map, these auto fixer terminals, that's new. That was not part of the original game. You would get a message from, I think it was El Capitan, who would send you a message about a car being available, and I think you actually had to go to the location to pick up the car. There wasn't these auto fixer terminals that you could just buy the car. So again, these auto fixer terminals, and they're all over the place, are kind of new. I'm not sure exactly when. I'm guessing it's when Phantom Liberty was released. So again, I figured as much. There would be a lot of additional cars. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to get that auto fixer trophy unlocked. I'm sorry, it's Autojock, not fixer. Autojock is the name of the trophy, and it says all available, purchase all available vehicles. So again, there's been a lot of vehicles added over the years since the game was released. Again, not sure if all of these additional vehicles was with Phantom Liberty or maybe even some before. I don't know, because again, I haven't played the game in a couple of years since originally playing. I didn't get it when it was first released. I was going to pre-order it, get it when it was first released, but I didn't. I was playing, I think it was, I was playing something else. I think it might have been Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think they were kind of released around the same time. Or the Legendary Edition was released before this. I think that's probably what I was doing. But again, I was playing something else, so I didn't pre-order it like I had intended. But I was excited for the release of this game. But then when I heard about the bugs and the performance issues the game was having, I was glad I did not pre-order it. And it was so bad when initially released, the PlayStation removed it from the store. And then months later, they never even announced they put it back on the store. I just happened to come across it in a sale. So when I saw that it was 50% off in one of these sales, I was like, hey, maybe they got all them bugs worked out. And I was still in the PlayStation 4. I had a PlayStation 4 Pro when I first got it. And I was so glad I did, because it's a great game. I love this game. Apparently, a lot of the performance issues were worked out, a lot of the bugs worked out. However, being on the PlayStation 4, I did realize it's not like GTA. You can't jump in the car and go as fast as you can around the track and then jump out and everything just be there like it always is, right? Wasn't the case with this game. Like, you literally, like, if you were traveling fast and then you get to a destination and jump out of the car, you had to wait. Like, you had to wait for the game to refresh or the scenery to load before you could see everything. And if you were traveling somewhere where there was like combat or there was a lot of activity and you jump out expecting to get right into it, you would be like, there's nothing here. And then as everything would spawn just in, like, immediately, if it was a combat thing, like a gang fight or one of them NCPD things, you'd be dead, because you'd be like right in the middle of it going, all right, where is everybody? And then the moment they spawn, they start shooting at you. And then a lot of times that's what caused the game to crash as well, because it was just loading so much. There was just so much going on all at once, it would crash the game. So there was some issues, but once I figured that out, hey, I just have to stop before I get there and give it a few seconds for it to load, or refresh, however you want to put it. Just waiting for the graphics to catch up. It was just great experience. Love the game. Awesome. Now that I'm on PlayStation 5, runs the game great. I mean, it just runs it really smooth. However, there are still game crashes I have experienced. And I think it might just be because of how many hours I'll play without stopping. You know, it's like it needs to be like rebooted. Or, you know what I mean? Like, whether I need to restart the PlayStation 5 or just, save the game, close the game, reopen the game, whatever the issue is. I think maybe that's what might be causing some crashing issues, is just how many hours I'll play nonstop. So again, there's still, and I've lost several videos because on the PlayStation 5, I can't record for more than an hour. And if during the recording, if the game crashes, I lose the recording, like, completely. It just doesn't exist. So there's some videos that I never did post simply because I didn't go back to start over. I didn't load far enough back to start over to do it from the beginning, or maybe it was just a halfway through video, not from the start, or just videos that just didn't get posted at all. Because again, there are still some crashing issues. Kind of got off the point with this trophy though, Autojock. Look at this list of cars now. Like like you don't need all these cars. Like it's kind of stupid for all these cars to be in here. Because what I'm going to do now, I mean, you see this long list of cars that I just bought. What I'm going to do now is reload the game because I saved it right before buying. So I do encourage you to save it before trying to get this trophy. That way you can just reload it because you don't need all those cars. I'm going to show you all the free cars that I do have. Like I didn't buy not one single car before coming here just to get this trophy. So let me reload it real quick and show you how many cars are free. That, again, there's kind of pointless that this trophy even exists and all these cars are available to purchase. But anyway, hold on. Just will take a moment. All right, welcome back. I figured out a way to pause the video during those load screens instead of just waiting for the load, like recording all that load time. If you go to the dashboard on the PlayStation, it'll pause the recording. So I was just waiting at the dashboard for the load screen to be over. What am I? Okay, all right. Pulling up the list of cars. All right. So anyway, so all of these cars were free. I'm not sure where and how I even got that one. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? No, it's the same one. I didn't. It must have auto saved it when I exited out of there. So let me do that again. All right, here we go again. Now let's check to make sure this one is the right one. No, there's still a lot of purchased vehicles. So it must autosave every time you exit out of there. Alright, sorry about that. I just realized, though, all I had to do was look for the manual save, not the autosave. So, sorry for the unnecessary extra time on those last two loads. So anyway, so this is Johnny's car, which you find through the storyline once you start on Carrie Aerodyne's storyline. You can finish the game without even meeting Carrie Aerodyne. It's completely optional. But there is a trophy for that. And the whole purpose of this playthrough is to get the Platinum Trophy again. So, like I originally, when this game was first released, is when I actually won, or when the Mass Effect Legendary Edition was first released, in that same, that same kind of time frame, is when I wanted to start, posting videos and live streaming. I just didn't until a few months ago. So now we're doing it, and so there's Johnny's car. This is a car you get from the fight, Beat on the Brat. I let the dude keep the money, but I took the car simply because it's a cool car. It's unique. It's convertible. It has graphics on it. It's cool. Delamain cab. You get that from doing helping Delamain out with his rogue cabs. I'm not even sure where I got this, but for a small little car, it actually goes pretty fast and handles well out in the Badlands. This is the starting car. Jackie's bike. This is mostly what I use. I call it Jackie. Jackie's not here anymore, so I call it Jackie. That's my Jackie. Jackie's still with me, and I'm always... anyway, yeah, I prefer riding the bike. And I really don't even like the other bikes. I don't need any other bike. Jackie's bike is good. Love it. Alright, this I believe you get when you finish all of the gigs for, I'm trying to remember her name, the one out in the Badlands. Um, Dakota. Yeah, that was, I believe, when you finish all of Dakota's gigs is when you get this. There's another bike you get from the Aldecados. This, I don't remember how or where I got this, but this is an awesome car. This is probably like the best car. Probably the fastest car. I believe this thing's even weaponized. This is a great, it handles great. There's another free car that's like a really fast car, the sports looking one. It looks like nice, but it handles like shit. It's actually a horrible car. Another bike from the Aldecados. Again, not sure where I got this or why, but another free car. All of these are free cars. I think this is the one I got from Phantom Liberty when I finished all of Mr. Hand's gigs. I believe Mr. Hand is the one that gave me this one. This one, not sure where, why. Again, not sure where, why. But all of these cars are free. So there's so many free cars, you literally don't have to buy any cars. I mean, the first thing, when you first start the game, after the, no, is it after the heist? Yeah, it's after the heist. Your car gets wrecked. So you have to wait for it to get repaired. Wait, that's not it. It's this one right here. Your car gets wrecked, and you have to wait for it to get repaired. That's what that's what starts this whole Delamain, side mission thing. So you kind of don't have a car when that happens. But the first thing I did was call Jackie's mom, and when you meet her for the side mission heroes, to have Jackie's a friend, I think they call it, a little memorial service for Jackie. If you do your dialogue right with Mama Wells, you get Jackie's bike. So I've been riding Jackie's bike for most of the game. I rode around in this thing for a little bit. Again, it's unique, kind of cool car. But I mostly just use the bike. I prefer the bike. But anyway, that's it for the vehicles. I just wanted to go over that, and again, kind of just show what vehicles are not necessary to purchase as far as getting the trophy. And as you can see, when I go back to the map, I've got all the jobs turned on. I can turn off fast travel, auto fixers, apartments, tarot. You can see there's nothing left. So I've literally done everything. That's the point of no return to start the end of the game. To go meet Hanako at Embers. And then this is the optional. There's 4 original endings from the base game. One of them requires you to save Takamura. And then completing Pan Am's storyline is another one. The other 2, I don't think there's any prerequisites. I could be mistaken, but I think there's 2 that you can do as soon as once you can do, like, regardless. But then, like I said, there's 2 endings that definitely have prerequisites: saving Takamura, doing Pan Am storyline, letting Johnny keep the body. I don't believe there's any prerequisites for that. It's just a choice. And then well, again, you're meeting Hanako here, so you've already gone through the prerequisite to even start the end of the game, as far as letting Hanako and Arasaka help you, which is the worst ending. Absolute worst ending. Do not trust Arasaka, do not trust Hanako. You got to do it for the trophy. I'll be going through all 4 endings. I've already gone over this one. This one's already posted. It's called The Tower, for the Phantom Liberty DLC. So the Phantom Liberty DLC has 4 DLC endings, 2 of which unlock this optional 5th game ending. So 4 original endings, 1 optional DLC, or are unlocked through the DLC. Like I said, 2 of the 4 DLC endings unlock this optional game ending, which is probably the only one where V survives, like, all of these endings here, regardless of which one you choose, V only has still a limited amount of time before her number's up. So she's still going to die regardless, has a very short lifespan regardless of which one of these endings you choose. But this one she lives. But it completely erases Johnny and the engram completely. It does have some side effects. It's kind of a sad ending, but V lives. So again, I'm still waiting for the call to finish out Johnny or Carrie Aerodyne's storyline to get that trophy before I start the end mission and go and post all of the, you know, the 4 endings. So until then, like and subscribe. And again, this was all for the Autojock. I know I've done a lot of additional, not necessary talking just for this Autojock trophy, but stay tuned for the additional missions for the Carrie Aerodyne storyline and the game ending, which will be 4 separate videos. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and see you next time.